Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 28 August 2025. It's Thursday night at 9. That means it's time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. It's kind of a monster, but we did eliminate a few leftovers since my heads up video yesterday, so it's going to be slightly less than 43 total items. Before we get into the thick of it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video. And speaking of the description, it's very important in my sale videos because it contains lots of essential information. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one is entitled A Primer for Buyers, and it's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly if you read the terms and watch that video. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That one explains how this madness all works from the consignors perspective. So if you're interested in moving along some of your collection using this weekly sale, please watch. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, recently updated with pre-COVID Trump 45 pricing. Yeah, we're back to 2019 prices for the Apostle P Knife Service. You're welcome. So please take advantage of that. Backlog's only a couple weeks right now. So in the description at the top, you'll see those 3 links. In the middle, you'll see the terms of the sale. And at the bottom, you'll see the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you will generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The one on the right is its price as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be room this week for 4 knives to be sharpened next day, tomorrow, Friday, the 29th. So the first 4 knives purchased to be sharpened from tonight's sale will ship tomorrow with all of the as shown inventory. If you want your knife sharpened, but it falls outside those first 4, no big deal. It's going to ship in a couple weeks. Now, if you see the word sold, all caps, exclamation point, in lieu of a price for a given item, that means it's already been bought and paid for by its new owner. So no need to send an I'll take it or an inquiry about anything marked sold. That is all for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we got some leftovers from last week. The first one among them is from Viper Techno Cut. Yeah, and it's a pretty cool knife. Designed by Jesper Vaxnes. This is the Belone. Made in Italy. Pretty cool knife, I think. Slender in pocket, which makes it a good EDC. Titanium frame lock, and the frame is anodized in blue over a stonewash. And then it has some natural stonewash titanium overlays, which look right smart, I think. A little titanium backspacer. The clip looks like it should be ambidextrous, but its curve is not going to make it so. It'll be right-hand tip-up deep carry. Very discreet, low-profile flipper that works great. That blade, a big-bellied clip point in M390. Blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4.5. There is your lock engagement on your titanium frame lock. Deep and secure and rock solid. Ball bearing pivot, I think. Looks like somebody's tried the old magic marker trick. Maybe there was some lock stack. Let's see. Yeah, there's a tiny bit. Centering, I'm going to call close on this knife. It is near mint in box. Web retail for these knives, and they are available, is $181. We ran this one last week at $125, got no takers, dropped it to $115 for the weekend last week. Still here. Your price, $100. Shipped priority mail, $125 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Belone from Viper. Next up, I got a cold steel, no box, just a poly bag with a zip closure. This is the Formax, not an Italian version of this knife. This is a made in Taiwan version, but a really nice one. Black and OD green layered G10 scales, beautifully crowned and satin finished. Nice radii on the edges. Pocket clip goes both ways, tip up, left or right. It is a triad lock. Would you look at the size of that stop pin? It might be robust, but it's still very nice. I believe those are phosphor bronze washers, I think. If they're not, let me know. If I hold them up to the light, yeah, I don't see any little holes like you'd have with ball bearings, so I think they're phosphor bronze. Look at that centering. Not too shabby, huh? And the lockup, of course. Yeah. 4-inch blade, 5 7/8 handle. You can come all the way up here. You can come all the way back here. It doesn't care. We'll call this near mint to like new, no box. This model currently available for $400. Ooh, I don't think so. We ran it at $250 last week. Crickets. Dropped it to $220 for the weekend. Didn't even get a ridiculous offer. This week, $200 like it is, $220 with an ApostleP edge on that S35 VN blade. That is the Cold Steel Formax. Next up, an ambitious little effort from Tops Knives. Pretty cool little pouch. Here's the knife. I think you say this MIL-SPIE, MIL-SPIE, S-P-I-E. The MIL-SPIE 3.5. Interesting knife. So both blade and handle are coated with what Tops calls Coyote Tan Traction Coat. The scales are aluminum, and then they've been chamfered after coating rather nicely. So it's a very fine micro finish on those aluminum, the chamfers in the aluminum. Pretty cool. Pocket clip, right hand tip up only. Kind of reminds me of a Strider clip. The blade is a recurve spear point, and the blade steel is N690 from Bowler. Blade length 3 7/16, handle 4 9/16. Stainless steel liner lock. I'm not sure what that little smudge is. Looks like coagulated lubricant on the blade tang right there. Let's see. Early lockup, solid. Feels like it's on Teflon, but it's not. If you look, the inside of the aluminum frame, kind of like Evan Nicolaitis would do on a traditional slip joint, mill relieved liners, right? So the aluminum is milled out to just expose round washer-like surfaces, and I'll tell you what, it works great. You know, most side-folding automatics are like that. Detent's kind of weak, but it comes out just fine. It does shake out of the handle a little bit. Anyhow, lockup is solid, action's beautiful, centering is really nice. We will call this near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock, made in America. When they were available, they had a web retail of $159. We ran this one last week at $110. Dropped it to $95 for the weekend. This week's price, $85 like it is, $105 with an ApostleP edge. The MIL-SPIE 3.5 from Tops. Next up is our last leftover from last week. This is the one that comes with the story. It is a model number 160 Alpha-11 APNC. It's a Socom Elite automatic, single edge. The handle finished in natural clear. Natural clear anno on the aluminum. And then the blade and hardware have the apocalyptic finish, which is like an acid stonewash, partially serrated. Here's the knife. I love that handle treatment. It's like a smoky clear anno. Then you got the TrackTech inserts, you got the right hand tip down clip, you got a button lock automatic. Blade flies out with authority. Serial number is 11435, manufacture date January of 24. 4 inches of blade, 5 1/4 inches of handle. Now, here's the problem. Lockup. That is side play. I think you can hear it. Vertical play, non-existent. Blade is M390. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. The original owner obviously tried to adjust the pivot, and he's boogered that head a little bit. Pivot screws do not move. Probably red Loctite. If you're ambitious, or if you don't mind sending it to Microtech, you're going to get a heck of a deal. So other than that defect, it's basically like new. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $329 web retail. We ran this one last week at $195. Didn't sell, dropped it to $180 last weekend. And I said this in my heads up video yesterday. If this knife didn't have side play and a boogered pivot screw, it would have sold in my sale for $230 to $240. But it does have blade play and a boogered screw. Your price this week, $170, like it is, $195 with my edge. Could you just use it like that? Heck yeah, you could just use it like that. It's minimal, right? Does it affect how you use the knife? Not a bit. But anyway, that's the deal. The Socom Elite Auto from Microtech. Next up, we got another Microtech to begin the fresh part of tonight's sale. This is a Model 122-6 Ultratech double edge, satin blade, full serrated top edge. Not a bad idea, actually. Here we go. Basic black for the hard anodized aluminum handle. Ball bearing glass breaker, which doubles as the attachment screw for the pocket clip. A lot of people don't know this. That pocket clip is completely reversible if you'd like to, lefties. But if it's a, I don't know. Yeah. Good looking blade. Blade steel on this one is M390. Blade length is 3 3/8. The handle's 5 inches. It is a dual action or double action OTF, so it goes out and back in using the button. Button effort will be medium firm on this one, 100% reliable. Serial number is 251725, born 8 of 2022. Condition is near mint to like new in box. This model currently available in new inventory from your favorite online knife dealer. It'll cost you $260 to buy a new one, or you could just buy this one. 195 shipped, priority mail, no need to sharpen. That's the Ultratech double edge OTF automatic from Microtech. Next, we have one from the Benchmade Knife Company, Oregon City, Oregon. It is the 560BK-1. Super freak. She's super freaky. One of my favorite Benchmades of all time. Black and gray 3D machine G10 scales. Red G10 liners. Red hard anodized aluminum standoffs. Parkerized split arrow clip ambidextrous tip up. A blade in black Cerakoted CPM M4. You're going to hear that a lot tonight. Blade length is 3 9/16. Handle 4 7/8. It's an axis lock mechanism. Blade rides on phosphor bronze washers. Locks up with authority. Oh, I just stuck it. That happens on newish Benchmades. Until the axis bar and the blade tang become best friends. Condition will be near mint to like new in box. Web retail for this model. Actually, that stick was my fault because I put a little oil in the pivot on the washers, and you can see some remnants on the ramp. That'll cause that every single time. Somebody didn't wipe. Let's get rid of that oil. There we go. Anyhow, currently in stock new at your favorite web retail for $280, Benchmade map price. Your price for this one, $210 like it is, $235 with an ApostleP edge. The 560 BK-1 Super Freek from Benchmade. Next up, a classic Benchmade, a blast from the past, but they're still making it because people still buy it. It's the 580 Barrage in what we would call the base trim, right? Which means black Velox scales and a 154 cm blade. It is a Benchmade axis assist mechanism with the spine-mounted safety. You just touch the thumb stud and out it flies. A gorgeous swedged spear point, very EDC friendly and cool at the same time. Blade length is 154 cm. The blade length is 3 5/8. The handle length is 4 3/4. It's just a super comfy, great, large-ish EDC knife. Rock solid lockup. What? Look at that Benchmade centering. Son of a gun. Pocket clip parkerized split arrow ambidextrous tip up. Condition, near mint to like new in box. They're still making these and the price has crept all the way up to $210. That's too high. We will offer you this one at $130 shipped priority mail. $150 with an ApostleP edge. The Benchmade 580 Barrage. Next up, I got no box for this one. No box for this one. Benchmade 940 BK-2004. The Blade HQ edition, which we could also call the ApostleP edition. Yep. This is a true story. I always wanted a 940 and M4. I always loved Blade HQ's Jade G10 and black configuration. And all of a sudden they made one. And they gave it a parkerized split arrow clip. Woohoo! It's been used a little. I see just a little tiny bit of wear right on that edge where the reverse Tonto part of the blade is. Black Cerakote over the M4, by the way. I forgot, didn't I? CPM M4. 3 3/8 inch blade, 4.5 inch handle, rock solid lockup, axis lock mechanism, riding on phosphor bronze. Not quite a free dropper, but eminently flickable. It's so close. We'll call it near mint in box, or near mint no box. $234 in stock at Blade HQ, or $180 for this one. $205 with an ApostleP edge. The 940 BK-2004 in Jade. And CPM M4. Okay, next up. We've reached a point in tonight's sale for the Rob's Pick. I used to own a knife, this model, not this particular knife, but I used to own one. So cool. It's a folder, and look at the size of the box. It's like almost double thick, because the knife is pretty thick. This is the Spyderco Vallotton Subhilt folder. So cool. And I kind of teased you about this yesterday. This is a showcase of the ability of the Taiwan manufacturing plant. Polished black G10 scales, satin, stainless steel, subhilt, and bolsters. The black sort of PVD coated clip that'll be 4-way positionable. And then you got this. Why do we have studs and a hole? Because those aren't really thumb studs. They're stop lugs. And look at that blade. What a menacing piece that is. Hollow ground S30V, and then you got a flat ground like reinforced tip. Very cool. Blade length is 3 3/4. The handle is 5 inches. Very thick stainless steel liner lock, almost Gale Bradley thick. Lockup is about 50%. Never going to move. Rock solid lockup. Nice free blade action on phosphor bronze. And the centering will be bingo. Condition is near mint to like new in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. The last web retail price I could find for these was $307. In today's secondary market, sold listings on eBay, and there were several, ranging between $233 and $340. Your price for this, what I would call perfect example, $225 like it is $250 with my edge. That is the Spyderco Vallotton Subhilt folder. It is the Rob's pick tonight. Next, I'm not a big fan of yellow-handled Spyderco salt knives. I might be after I saw this one. This is almost a save me from myself moment. From Spyderco, it is the Native Chief Salt in yellow FRN with a plain edge Magna Cut blade. Here we go. My absolute favorite form of the native that has ever existed. Guys, this weighs nothing. It's got a 4-inch blade. It probably, I didn't look up the weight. I'm going to guess 2.9 ounces. I don't know. It's light. It's bug out light, given that it's larger, but yeah. I'm not sure why they went with the black clip and the black body screws, but they did. Maybe they thought their stainless wasn't stainless enough unless they coated them in black. I don't know. Mid-lock design. Rides on phosphor bronze. Look at that sexy beast. Full flat ground. CPM Magna Cut. 4 1/16 inches long is the blade. 5 1/8 is the handle. Lockup dead rock solid. Nice free blade. And the centering is pretty much dead on the mark. Might be a little to the low side as you're looking at it. Condition on this one will be near mint to like new in box. Currently available new at your favorite Spyderco web knife store for $169. Your price for this one, $125 all in, shipped priority mail. $150 if you'd like my edge on it. That's the Native Chief Salt in Magna Cut from Spyderco. Next, another Spidey. This one from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. It's the Manix 2 S110V and Burple G10. I don't know why they call that blue. Looking through the viewfinder, that looks like a very accurate color representation. I guess it's blue and purple. Blue or purple. Burple. Yeah. Ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip. Spidey spear in S110V. Blade length is 3 3/8. The handle's 4 5/8. It uses the caged ball lock. Rides on phosphor bronze. Lock up, dead rock solid. Action's beautiful. Centering is as well. Don't think there's a mark on it. Even on the clip. We will call it near mint to like new in box. I guess I called the centering very close in my notes. So I guess you could say it favors the top slightly. Price of these brand new. And they used to be the Burple S110 knives were sprint runs, but then they became normal production. So they are in stock. You can buy brand new one at your favorite website that sells Spydercos for $199. You can have this one for $140 all in, shipped priority mail. $165 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Manix 2 Burple and S110V. Next up, I don't think anybody's going to want this, but we'll run it anyway. It's a Spyderco. It's made in the USA. It's just a Shaman. All black. S30V. There you go. Black G10, black hardware, black clip, 4-way positionable. S30V blade and beautiful black DLC. And I love how it makes the etching kind of like a shadow gold on this knife. Yeah. Blade length is 3 9/16. The handle's 4 11/16. It is a compression lock mechanism. Ooh, on phosphor bronze. Washers. Yeah. Sweet action. Rock solid lockup. I called the centering on this one. I guess I called it perfect in my copy. I'll stick to that. Condition is near mint to like new in box. You can buy this model new at your favorite Spyderco internet knife dealer for $286. This one, let's do it $220 like it is. $240 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Shaman Murdered from Spyderco. A commenter asked me last week or the week before, what does murdered mean? Murdered means everything's black. Next up, oh guys, here we go. Got one from Three Rivers. And interesting, it's a Neutron 2 in MagnaCut, or MagnaCut N2. And the original Jade G10 scales are in this baggie, along with some extra O-rings, extra phosphor bronze washers. What else we got in here? There's just all kinds of stuff. Screws, standoffs, washers. I probably should have kept some anyway. I don't know how many washers are in here. But anyway, you get a lot of goodies. You get a lot of goodies in the box. And here's the knife. And I can't remember what they called this scale material. It's a G10 product, I think. But it's purple and black, and it's got that contour and the diamond mill pattern going on. I don't think they offer these anymore. Sure is good looking. Got white O-rings on the thumb studs. Pocket clip is deep carry right hand only, and I think that's titanium. Oh, let's look. It is. Should we open it? Yeah. There's your blade in CPM MagnaCut. I love the maker's mark on Three Rivers knives. Blade length on the Neutron 2 is 3 inches. The handle's 4 1/16. Lockup is rock solid. Not quite a free dropper on phosphor bronze, but it's a light, skinny blade. Not an issue. And the centering is bang on. Condition near mint in box. 2 sets of scales, bunch of hardware, bunch of washers. If you buy one of these brand new from Three Rivers' website in MagnaCut, I think it's going to cost you $280. This is very near mint in box with lots of goodies. Your price, $225 like it is, $250 with an ApostleP edge. The Neutron 2 in Magna Cut with extra scales from Three Rivers. Next up, we have one from Mr. Demko. It's an AD 20.5 in S35 VN with natural G10 scales. Clip point. Yeah. Look at that. It's factory fresh looking G10, isn't it? The Jade G10 does tend to yellow just a little bit over time. This has none of that. You got thumb stud deployment. Whoops. You got a shark lock mechanism. Got a ball bearing pivot. You got a gorgeous clip point blade with a thumb stud and a slot. Almost looks like a Skagel slot. Diamond milled Jade G10. 3 3/16 blade, 4.5 handle. Lock up dead rock solid. Action is beautiful. Centering is as well. We'll call this one near mint to like new in box, leaning toward the like new. This model is currently available at your favorite Demko dealer online for $250. Let's run this one at $185 like it is $205 with my edge on that S35 blade. The AD 20.5 clip point in Jade and S35 from Demko. Next, we have goodies from the Hinderer Knives Company, made in the United States of America. I got an XM18 3.5 inch in S45 VN. It is a slicer non-flipper with the tri-way pivot, battle bronze frame, OD green G10 scale. And you know, these knives are so wildly accessorized. It's rare that you open a box and the knife actually matches the sticker, but this one does. So there's your OD green G10, which looks beautiful. The hardware, I think, used to be bright, because I think this is a full set of bright hardware, which has been swapped out to working finish hardware, read acid stonewashed, to match the blade. Good choice. Battle bronze, anno frame, looks great with the OD green. The working, this is just, I think if I were going to buy a Hinderer, and if they made it left-handed, this is what I'd buy. Frankly, I don't need a flipper. Don't like flippers, especially if they do that. Nice detent, not overbearing. Rock solid lockup, locking up right there. Makes a nice thunk, beautiful centering. Blade length is shockingly 3.5 inches. Handle length 4 3/4. Does have a polished edge on it, so I'm not going to offer you a sharpening price. I don't think I sharpened this. Somebody did who was good at it, though. So, if you could find this configuration new, it would be $425. Good luck finding a non-flipper in stock. Your price for this one? All in, shipped priority mail with 2 sets of hardware, $375. All in. No need to sharpen. Next, I got a Chaves Ultramar with no box, just a plastic bag. Here it is. This is the Liberacion 229 drop point. Got your stonewashed titanium, all titanium handle. You got your stonewashed titanium Mick Jagger skull clip. Because there's no box, there's also no plain clip. So somebody who loves the skull is going to need to buy this knife. Great detent, opens with thumb studs, ball bearing pivot, gorgeous bidirectional M390 satin blade. Ground pretty nice and thin. Blade length is 3 5/8, handles 4 9/16. As blocky and clunky as Chaves knives are, in appearance, not in hand, very efficient blade to handle ratio. When the blade length is less than an inch shorter than the handle length, that's good. And this is. Rock solid lockup, there is your engagement on your steel inserted titanium frame lock. And the blade centering is perfect. Currently in stock new for $375 at a couple websites at least. Your price for this one, no box, near mint, $225 like it is, $250 with my edge. The Liberation 229 drop point from Chaves Ultramar. Next up, we have a Qvist with no box. It is the Invert. So it's kind of cool. I don't remember what they call the Warncliffe version, but it's the same knife upside down. Imagine a swayback handle and then this edge sharpened. That's the other knife. The Invert is this one, the drop point. Opens with a hole, rides on ball bearings, and it's also a front flipper. Look at that. I did it. 14C28N is your blade steel. It is 3 inches in length. The handle is 4 inches. Although the handle, both scales are very finely bead blasted titanium. It's a stainless steel liner lock knife. That locks up rock solid. Ball bearings are sweet. Centering is perfect. They're out of stock new. They've been out of stock so long I couldn't even find a pricing reference. By the way, pocket clip ambidextrous tip up deep carry with fill tab. So sold listings on eBay ranging between $45 and $65. This one is very near mint to like new, no box. I can't even find a scratch on the clip. Let's do $50 all in, shipped priority mail, $70 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Qvist Invert in titanium. You gotta turn the page. Oh. There we go. Next, we have a boxless knife from Kaiser. Oh. Just a bag. So I think last week we had a Veritas in titanium, which frankly is a very cool knife because you had that really cool pivot attachment that blended into the handle. This is in Ultim, and it's got the same mill pattern. It's just kind of hard to see on the Ultim. And we lose the cool clip mount, but you still have an ambidextrous tip-up deep carry clip. It is a front flipper. This less expensive model is in 154 cm instead of S35. It's got kind of a tumbled DLC coating-ish. So let's see, 3 1/4 blade, 4 7/16 handle, stainless steel liner lock, locking up nice and early, rock solid. Beautiful ball bearing pivot, beautiful perfect centering. Let's see, we'll call it near mint, no box. Currently available new. I found them in stock at a couple different websites, priced between $79 and $89. Somebody must have had a sale. Anyway, this one can be yours. All in, shipped priority mail for $60. If you'd like my edge on it, $80. The Kaiser Veritas in Ultim. Next up, I got a Leatherman. Comes with no box, just a baggie. That don't look like no Leatherman. This is the Free K2 from Leatherman. The scales are 3D machined aluminum. I would imagine there's a hard ano over that in clear. I don't know that for a fact. Your pocket clip, ambidextrous deep carry tip up. So here's your blade, which does lock. I don't know what Leatherman calls this locking mechanism, but it's very secure. You just push that tab up and down it goes. I think these are in phosphor bronze. Looks like it. You got a sheep's foot blade with a little run of serrations. Hollow ground, 420 HC. The blade length is 3 5/16. The handle is 4 9/16. Your extra tools are on the spine, and they clump, thank God, because they're very secure in there. You have an awl or a tiny screwdriver. You have a larger flat blade screwdriver and a Phillips with a cap lifter. I don't think there's a can opener. Doesn't look like it. And these tools lock out also, I think. Let's see. Yes, they do, in the same kind of tab mechanism. Interesting. So, near mint, no box, available new for a web retail price of $90. Let's offer this one at $70, shipped priority mail. $90 with an ApostleP edge on that main blade. The Leatherman Free K2 folder / multi-tool. Next up, we have a Vallotton. Look at that. They put a picture on the box. How cool is that? It is the SIOP LMAX blade finished in copper dune PVD. Interesting. Look at that. Even the hardware has that copper dune PVD. Scaled in black canvas micarta. Pocket clip, tip up, ambidextrous, deep carry. You can open it with a hole. You can front flip. And I don't know how they did this, but basically it's a smock mechanism. Button actuated. Titanium frame, button actuated compression lock. If you look at the blade tang, it's just like a Spyderco. Not a liner lock. Is the patent over? Did they license it? I don't know. Pretty cool though. Big belly spear point. Forward choil. LMAX blade, 3 5/16 inches in length. Handle 4 11/16. It's kind of good. Lockup is rock solid. The action's beautiful. The centering is, what did I say? Very close. I say it favors the top ever so slightly. Near mint to like new in box. Web retail for these, $159, not inexpensive. Your price for this one, $95 like it is, $120 with my edge. That is the SIOP from Vallotton. Next up, this might be, not quite, almost the last Chinese knife. It's from Qvist. Comes with no packaging, just a plastic bag. It is the Tityus. It always makes me chuckle. The Tityus, Tityus. They call it green. I calls it aqua. Full titanium handle. Beautiful polished hourglass standoffs. Deep carry clip that'll be right hand tip up. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Probably a ball bearing flipper. That blade looks very familiar. Very familiar. Not like they stole any intellectual property or anything, but it looks very familiar. Anyhow, it's a knife. 14C28 is your 28N is your blade steel. Blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4 3/4. Lockup rock solid. Action is free and smooth. Centering is perfect. So you can buy this knife brand new. We'll call it near mint to like new, no box. You can buy it brand new for $100 plus tax. Most places have free postage on everything now. I was noticing that as I was researching this week. Let's do 75 all in, shipped priority mail. 95 with my edge on the Aqua Tityus from Qvist. Next up, let's see. Let's do this. We have 2 toothpicks from Case. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll do on the tiny toothpick, which is model number 610096SS, 3 inches closed length, old red jig bone covers, a little muskrat clip, polished. What a beautiful little knife that is. This one I will call near mint, no box. Some very, very light storage wear in the nickel silver. And let's see. I call that a 6 pull on a cam. Beautiful walk and talk. These are available for $55 brand new. And then I've got a medium size 610094 SS Texas toothpick in Mediterranean blue jig bone. Same blade shape. True sharp stainless. And again, about a 6 pull. Nice walk and talk on the cam tang. On this one, though, notice a little more significant carry wear. This has been carried in pocket without a slip. Will it still polish? Absolutely. Oh, beautiful centering on both of these, too, by the way. So let's do this. Let's do this. If you want to buy them individually, and by the way, web new for both of these, and they are both relatively current, 55 and 68. This one has a little more wear, okay? So let's go 40 and 45 if you buy them separately. If you buy them together, both of them, let's do 75. Save you a little postage. So you got the tiny toothpick and the Texas toothpick. There you go. Oh, plus 15 each to sharpen. Next up, we have our first fixed blade of the evening, and it comes to us from Essie. A pretty tidy little package. Got a molded polymer riveted sheath with a leather scout carry loop. Looks ambidextrous. Got a little cord and a keeper. Nice retention. Stonewash blade in S35VN. Blade length on the SE4 is 4 5/8 inches. Full flat ground drop point. Beautifully made. Scales are orange G10. You have a little soiling from the sheath. That is your retention area, right? You'll have that. Probably came out of the box looking like that. Doesn't appear to have ever been used to cut anything. Let's see. 4 5/16 is the handle. It is near mint, no box. You can buy these brand new for $150, which is actually a pretty doggone good price compared to a $10.95 knife, right? Let's do 110 shipped priority mail on this one. 130 with an ApostleP edge. That is the SE4 in orange and S35. Next up, boy, these would look good together, wouldn't they? Like a full size and a companion. This is the Zancudo with an X. Not a Zancudo folder with a Z. This is a Zancudo fixed blade with an XANCUDO. That same kind of molded polymer sheath with a leather, removable, reversible scout carry strap. Nice thumb brake. Stonewash blade in S35VN. Nice little spear point, full flat ground. Blade length on the Zancudo is S35. Oops, is 3 1/16. The length is not S35. The length is 3 1/16. The handle's 4 1/16. You got that layered black and orange G10 with a little bit of Coke bottle going on. Oh, so good. That's really good. Nice mill pattern for texture. Little run of jimping. So we'll call this near mint, no box. Available to be purchased brand new. Web retail, $120. 2023. On this one, we will sell it to you for $80, shipped priority mail. $100 if you'd like it with my edge. The Zancudo fixed blade in Tiger Stripe G10 and S35 VN from Essie. Next up, oh, I didn't see this one coming. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? I've got a beautifully grained fold-over Kydex sheath with lots of attachment holes. I got a mini tech lock. I got a beautiful thumb brake. Let's see. No rattle. And then I got that. You didn't think you were going to see a Bradford Guardian 5.5 come out of that sheath, did you? Look at that handle. Ooh, polished carbon fiber. Sort of. Oh, yeah. Beautiful contours on that Coke bottle handle. Plenty of real estate. Blade length, 5 inches, not 5.5. I don't know how they get, I don't know. In CPM 3V. Beautiful stone washed. High saber grind. The handle is 4 15/16. No real edge wear. Doubt it's ever been used. So we'll call it near mint, no box. This stuff is available new for $270. That's a lot. That's Bark River territory. Your price for this one, $185, like it is $210 with an ApostleP edge. The Bradford Guardian 5.5 in carbon fiber. Beautiful knife. Next up, what do you think that is, guys? I bet you're going to be surprised. We got a pancake built Kydex sheath, lots of attachment points, a very cool attachment system. It's a Kydex link, and then you've got a J-clip on a swivel with detents. Very nice. You're not going to believe where this came from. Whoa, look at that. Ontario Knife Company, made in the USA. Yeah. The Blackbird in S35 VN, full flat ground Kephart looking blade. 1/8 inch thick at the spine. Scaled in black canvas micarta with a lanyard slot. Removable scales. Blade length is 5 inches. The handle's 5 1/8. Suitable for all your camping and bushcraft tasks. Pretty cool piece. We'll call this near mint to like new, no box. The price of these brand new, and they are in stock new, $170 at your favorite web knife dealer. Let's do $120 on this one like it is, $145 with my edge. The Ontario Blackbird fixed blade. Next up, we have a very special knife from D-Tope Knives, Dan Tope. I think he lists his address in Rapid River, Michigan, just about, 15 miles from Escanaba. This is the Dan Tope Custom, not production, the Dan Tope Custom TDC, which stands for Tope Daily Carry. It comes in a stunning black leather sheath, red stitching, gorgeous tooling like a fish scale pattern. Here's the knife. Great maker's mark, one of the greatest maker's marks ever. You got a harpoon clip, saber ground, looks like a V ground edge. The blade length on the CPM 3V blade is 4 1/16. The handle's 4 15/16. This is what made me fall in love with the TDC, is the ergos. The handle is a work of art, and this custom version is in a large anso pattern OD green linen micarta with black pins and red liners. Just a stunning piece of work. I don't know what Dan charged for this knife new, probably in the neighborhood of $500. This one can be yours. Near mint to like new, no box. $300 like it is $325 with my edge. The Dito Custom TDC. Next up, we got one from Lion Steel by way of collector knives. It's the Lion Steel Dom, a fusion slip joint Barlow pattern. Titanium bolsters, titanium liners. And then the carbon fiber, I wrote in my copy marbled carbon fiber, but I think I see a little brass in there. Pretty cool. You got a closed length of 3 3/4, a sheep's foot blade that is 2 7/8 inches in length. M390, cut swedge, long pull on both sides. Nice walk and talk, except it does have that stop pin for the closed control, which gives it that thunk on closing. Blade centering is beautiful. About a 7 pull. Near mint, no box. Out of stock. They were in the neighborhood of $120 at Collector's Knives when they were new. Let's do 90 on this one like it is, 110 with my edge. The Lion Steel Dom for collector knives. Next up, we have another Italian fusion slip joint. This is from Viper. The model is the Key. It is scaled in OD green canvas micarta. The bolsters and liners are integral slabs milled out to accept those scales in titanium. The back spring is crowned, polished, and file worked. How beautiful is that? And here's the blade. It sits low in the frame. Get a relief cut to get to the nail nick, which is beautiful. Pull weight's about a 7.5. I need to wipe that blade because it's prettier than that. There you go. 3 1/4 blade, 4 1/16 handle. Beautiful walk and talk until you get to the close. You get the thunk from the internal stop pin. But it's gorgeous. Really, really nice in the hand too. Pull weight is about an 8. The centering is perfect. Condition is near mint to like new, no box. These are available new at your favorite web retailer for $177. Let's go 120 on this one, 145 with my edge on that M390 blade. The Key from Viper. Next up, we're going to Titusville. And this is a special one. Long tube, big knife, Northfield unexcelled. Model 828314, Stockman in African Blackwood. Notice the 2014 production date. That makes it extra special. We got a long serpentine Stockman pattern, 4 1/8 inches closed, African Blackwood, cloud shield, lined and slanted bolsters in nickel silver, brass liners, blade set, all on cams, by the way. Muskrat clip, center Warncliffe. We have some normal rub from those congressing blades. And the third blade is a little drop point. Probably got some rub there too, yeah. Walk and talk are very nice. Pull weight, I'll call a 7. We'll say near mint in tube, very slight carry wear. Unobtainium, can't find one of these anywhere. For sale or recently sold. And it does have Titusville Ironworks tang stamp that left in what, 2016 or 17? Your price for this one got to be worth $250. That's your price. $285. I sharpen all 3 blades. It's the GEC Northfield number 82 Stockman. Next is another one from Great Eastern. Look at that tube label. It's a Northfield unexcelled. This all looks very English, because it is. It's the 38 English Whittler, model 380321 in burnt orange jigged bone. Comes with a 38 English Whittler button. Here's the knife. I own one of these and I just adore it. The lovely serpentine Whittler, true split back Whittler. You have a wedge spacer in the center between 2 springs that then converge to run the main blade. I will show you how that looks. And then each one of them runs a secondary blade on the backside. So you got a main Wharncliffe, secondary pen, and the secondaries are on half stops, the main is on a cam. And then there's a little coping blade. I love the thin rat-tailed bolsters, the Sheffield shield. Pull weight on that main, by the way, about a 7.5. Beautiful walk and talk. Near mint end tube with button. Sold listings on eBay range between $215 and $375. We will offer this one, beautiful example, $210 like it is $245 with my edge on all 3 blades. The GEC Northfield number 38 English Whittler. Next up, we got a blast from the Benchmade past. A classic Benchmade pattern that went through a couple iterations. It's the 806 SD2, which would be a combo edge 806 AFCK in D2 steel with an axis lock. So the AFCK was originally a liner lock. It looked a lot like an Emerson, back when Benchmade was the OEM for Emerson. Even the G10 on the axis lock model looks very Emerson-y. This is an early axis lock. You can tell because they were still stupidly giving you tip-down clip mounts. But if you're right-handed and you have the clip set up for right-hand carry, you have to use the index finger on the backside to manipulate the axis lock. Did you see that action? Yeah. Here we go. D2 blade. 3 15/16 inches in length, combo edge. The BK1 coating, which was a spray-on coating, I believe. Nice thick liners, some lightening holes. Handle length is 5.5. Lockup is dead rock solid. And the centering ain't bad. So let's see. They're long discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay for this model ranging between $190 and $474. And really, if you put a new clip on that, this knife would be very nice. Anyhow, let's go $170, $190 with my edge on the AFCK Axis from Benchmade. Next, we got one from Kaiser. It comes in the fancy box. The suede-like sleeve, the clamshell box, the document envelope, the pouch, everything. All right. This is an early Kaiser design. It's the KI 3469 S2 Mini Shoal, designed by Kim Ning. What a little beauty that is. Gorgeous mill pattern, gorgeous fine bead blast, all titanium handle, steel inserted titanium frame lock, ambidextrous tip up milled titanium clip, and a ball bearing flipper. Oh, it's better than I am. Nice little nightmare ground. I don't know, you'd almost call that a drop point, but then it's got the hollow grind back here and the flat grind up here. Stonewashed blade in S35VN. The blade length is 3 inches. The handle's 3 13/16. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Ball bearings are silky smooth. Centering's perfect. Near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock. Couldn't even find a pricing reference from when these were available. I did find one current listing on eBay. No sold listings, one current listing. Guy wants $208 shipped. Buy it now. How about if you're looking at that one, just buy this one. $160 all in, shipped priority mail. $185 with my edge. The mini shoal from Kaiser. Next up, Spidey time. We got a Blade HQ exclusive Manix 2 in Jade G10, bright hardware, tumble polished clip, black ball cage, and a Spidey spear blade in CPM M4. 3 3/8 blade, 4 5/8 handle, rock solid lockup. Nice action, not quite free dropping. Pretty much perfect blade centering. Near mint, no box, Blade HQ exclusive, discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay, I think there were 3 of them. They ranged between $374 and $400 shipped. They were all DLC, so I didn't find any satin ones. Your price for this one, $2 1/4. $225 like it is $250 with my edge. That is the Manix 2 in Jade and M4 from Spyderco. Next, another Spidey. Manix 2 Orange Plain. It's a Manix 2 lightweight with bright orange FRN scales with the volcano grip. Ambidextrous tip-up wire clip. Caged ball lock. And a blade in CPM S90V. These were a Cutlery Shop exclusive. They are long gone. Blade length 3 3/8, handle 4 5/8. Lockup, rock solid. Free dropper. Centering is very, very close to perfect. They're discontinued and out of stock. I did find one sold listing on eBay. It did $170 shipped. Your price on this one, $130 like it is, $155 with an ApostleP edge. The Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight in orange and S90V, a Cutlery Shop exclusive. Next up, more Spidey, more Golden Colorado USA Earth. I got a Yojimbo too. Look at that model number. It's a Blade HQ exclusive party in the Arachnid Cove of tonight's knife sale. Jade G10. Bright hardware, tumble polished clip, satin finished blade in CPM M4. Compression lock mechanism, phosphor bronze washers, nearly free dropping mechanism, perfectly centered blade with rock solid compression lock lockup. Blade length on the Yoj 3 1/4, handle length 4 7/16. Blade HQ exclusive, discontinued and out of stock. I did find one sold listing on eBay. It did $349. What? How about $220? Yeah, that sounds better. $220 like it is. $245 with my edge. That's the Yojimbo 2 in Jade and M4 from Spyderco and Blade HQ. Next up, more Spyderco. More M4. This one's a pair of 3. Blade HQ exclusive. Jade G10. 4-way clip. Compression lock. Opens with a hole. Rides on phosphor bronze. The 2 15/16 inch blade is in CPM M4. Blade HQ exclusive. Let's see, how's the compression lock up? Oh, perfect. Ooh, very free swinging and very well centered. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Discontinued and out of stock at Blade HQ. Sold listings on eBay range between $256 and $320. Yeah, let's go $195 on this one. $220 with an ApostleP edge. And Next up, we got the last knife in tonight's sale. We're going to end it with the claw. The Raptor Claw, Microtech. Model number 240-10AP. It's a Troodon Mini Tonto Edge in Apocalyptic Standard finish. What a cool little knife. I believe these are CA legal. Yeah, I think. Black hard anodized aluminum handle. Standard Microtech pocket clip and glass breaker nut. Spine mounted firing button. Dual action. OTF automatic. Just a medium effort button on this one. 100% reliable. Your apocalyptic blade is in M390. 1 15/16 inches in length. Great little letter opener. 3.5-inch handle to the end of the glass breaker. Serial number is 991. Born date, January of 21. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. Discontinued and out of stock when they were available. They had a web retail of 300. Let's go 225 on this one. 255 with an ApostleP edge. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the ApostleP channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now go get you some knives. I'll talk to you soon.